everyone. Hello. Hey, Avevekuve. No be small matter, or no be small thing, honestly. Tinubu, they say, is out there shopping for who will replace Mahmud Yakubu. Mahmoud Yakubu's second term is coming to an end, so you don't know anything can happen. First of all, now yes, he's already a yes man to Tinubu now. So what's the big deal? What's the big deal there? You could have an extension. Tinubu can decide to go to the house. You know, the National Assembly is under his pocket currently, and ensure that there is what they call an extension, just the way they've done for IG of police. You never can say. Or he's going to just bring the one that will yes for him and put it there. But the Vanguard is saying Vanguard can authoritatively confirm that there's a plot to compromise the 2027 general election through the instrumentality of appointing a yes man as a replacement of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the national chairman of Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission. The only thing independent about INEC is that I, where they wrote independent. Every other thing, there's no independence. Yakubu's tenure ends in November of this year, when he will have served 2 terms. At press time, Vanguard investigations revealed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is yet to be fully boarded on the plot's performance or the plot platform. However, forces pulling the strings from outside Aso Rock Presidential Villa are known friends of Tinubu. The arrowhead of this mood is a former South governor and a member of the class of 1999. So they call themselves class of 1991. Those ones that entered 1999. The rest of us were saying, oh, we don't want to do politics. So see now, they are using the politics to rubbish our lives. This comes at a time the credibility of the election management body is suffering massive discount due to the 2023 general election and the off-season election it has concluded since then. One option being pursued for the plot to succeed, which is the nomination and confirmation of a malleable individual as Yakubu's successor. A number of names withheld by Vanguard is already being put forward for possible consideration. The fact that the president is the one that has the power to appoint the INEC chairman, it should be a problem to us in this country. These are some of the things that really need to be changed in the constitution. There must be an independent body that brings such a person in. It's not that a president will just have the authority and the power to do. So if you do that, they're going to be loyal. They're going to put someone that you know will be loyal to you, you can use, be sentimental to you and all of that. Unfortunately, the individuals positioned by the plotters had served as national commissioners of the commission and resident electoral commissioners, Rex, who did not dress themselves in shiny armor during their tenure. And that's better for them now. They need people who don't have any, so that any shiny armor, so that the person can do whatever it is that they want to do. And as we go on, honestly, Nigerian citizens, we also must begin to plot as citizens. We also must begin to come together. We also must begin to put our foot down. Otherwise, we're just going to sit down here. They will just keep perpetuating themselves in office. And even when people talk about revolution, there needs to be a revolution. After the revolution, what? For me, it's not the revolution. Revolution is not the issue. If you still don't prepare now, you will do a revolution. What will simply happen is that their other counterparts will enter in and they will continue to suppress. See Egypt, after the revolution, what happened? Who replace with? So that's the way for me I always talk about when they're talking about participate in politics, let's participate in all of these things that bring in governance. People are like, so that even if the revolution happens, you have people who are already prepared and trained, sort of, and will go in and work for the people, not the ones that will just simply get themselves in because they are better options than the other, and then they now become worse dictators than the ones that were removed. In fact, the seemingly possible consideration for their choice is the extent of their malleability, which would mean an erosion of INEC's credibility in conducting free, fair, and credible election. INEC does not have any credibility anymore. INEC has shown itself not to have the capacity to conduct free, fair, credible election. We've seen the election in Kogi State. We've also seen the election in Edo State, and these are elections where there's not even a sort of like disguise to try and do the right thing. It just openly results from the reports we are seeing, results are being entered even before election. 2 sets of results are produced. Those are some of the accusations that are going on with the Edo election. That 2 sets of results were already produced that they were going to use. The other ones were just, you do your thing. 2 sheets of papers were put out there. Nigerians recall with nostalgia how the 2003 and 2007 general election went, culminating in the public admission by a beneficiary of the 2007 sham presidential election, the late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua, that there were flaws in the election that brought him to power. And right now, we've gone back to pre-Yar'Adua days, where it didn't matter, where they didn't care about whether there was going to be any verification or not, whether the people verified are more than the people that now voted. They don't care. Now it's just put out the result and just do anyhow. So INEC does not have any credibility anymore. And right now, with Tinubu having the power to be able to bring in an INEC chair, you know what it does to the whole electoral process. But at the same time, also, one thing that I want people to understand is that we cannot say we will not participate in the electoral process. Whether you participate you don't participate, you boycott it or not, they will still do election. If it's 2 people that vote for the person, and the 2 people are the higher number, the person wins. So we must also combat. I want us to remember that the people, these institutions are people, right? And if the people do not participate, refuse to allow themselves to be part of the whole shenanigan that it's done, of the whole corruption or the rigging, there's no rigging that will happen. The only reason why there will be rigging that happen is because people participate. So you might be one of those people. You might have loved ones, relations, friends, whatever. Talk to them that they should not destroy Nigeria. You have members of your family, friends, or relations working at INEC, or you are even a person working at INEC. Talk to yourself, talk to your colleagues, talk to your family, talk to your people that, look, you keep destroying this country, you're destroying it for every one of us, no matter how much they paid you. There are some reports that people were paid how many few dollars to do anyhow. Where are the dollars today? Has it built the ultimate life for you, or you've just spent it and forgotten, and now you're still suffering, with anyone? So here they went on. There's a whole lot of things being said, but just remember that this whole a lot of permutations and everything just points to one thing, that the propaganda for 2027 have already started by these people, and they're putting it out there. And what I want every one of us, you and I, and I'm also talking to myself, that let's not be pawns in this whole thing that they keep doing. We need to also strategize. We need to also set up. We need to also fight for a better Nigeria. Nigeria will not come about because we just simply sat down and we're just praying. God will not do for us what He has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. So we must stand up and fight for a better Nigeria. Thank you.